Welcome everyone to B Movies and Beyond presents 10-minute review of Underwater.
10. I gave it a fucking 10.
Well, welcome everyone. I'm Peter. With me, as always, is Ryan and Evan.
Everybody gets a thumbs up. Evan thumbs up. Peter thumbs up. Me thumbs up.
Yes.
Good job.
And here we go.
So we watched Underwater 2020 release with Kristen Stewart and TJ Miller. Those are the only two names I recognized in this film. Directed by William Eubank and written by Brian Duffield and Adam Cozad. Man, what the hell's up with all these last names? So what's this movie about?
Well, this is about a crew of oceanic workers working at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, and they're just drilling for research, and they drill too deep.
Okay, they cause an earthquake, but there's also more to this film than just an earthquake. There's also sea creatures, which I love.
To be honest with you, like, the sea creatures on this are... Okay, underwater sea creatures creep me the fuck out, dude. Like, I don't know what it is. Something that cannot see the light, and it's so gnarly, and they look all slippery and slimy. I don't want anything to do with that. So...
What was that?
So, yeah, there's sea creatures in this film, which... for me, it's one of the things I liked about it, and I felt there wasn't enough of more creatures. I wanted to see them so clearly. I wanted them to actually get out of the water and do something, and I wanted to see them in the light, and you never get to see that. You just always get to see them with like in a red tone or a flare or some shit like that. I wanted more sea creatures. I always want more sea creatures.
I wanted them to go inside the where all the humans were, but that just didn't seem like a possibility. But could you imagine if they were able to go inside their sea craft?
Yeah.
And that creature was... What's that?
Without destroying the pressure and killing them all?
Yeah, exactly. Like, if they were able to get that, that would have been super exciting to see, because what do you do at that point? Does that creature die, or do they... But... They fight him. Yeah.
You followed the plot of Aliens or Alien.
This reminded me a lot of Alien, just underwater.
Exactly.
Which aliens that they never interact with, and nothing comes out of any stomachs.
What?
I don't. That was my. That's why I'm just that was part of my issue with this, is that the lack of interaction. I wanted so much more with the sea creatures, more creatures. This film was it was two movies into one. There was a disaster flick, because that's how it starts off. You have no idea about any of these creatures or anything like that. There's just an earthquake. It destroys this gigantic drilling complex that's 6 or 7 miles underwater.
You're descending 7 miles to the bottom of the ocean.
You don't even know, the first part of this movie, and then even after that, it goes more into more of the disaster, where we're just they're trying to get out of this broken down drilling complex to get to a safe place to escape. And for the longest time, we were at least I would say probably about half an hour in the film, that's when you get into this other plot of the sea creatures.
See, I actually really like that a lot, because then you get to go back and be like, oh, was it actually an earthquake and everything? And it just got them to be able to tap into everything, and they did that great horror rule where you never get to see the creature fully until later on.
Well, even then, I feel
like Jaws. It just makes it scarier.
Worst idea ever.
They went way too long for me without a presence of these sea creatures. More creatures.
I just
Talk
want to
about that,
bring up. Yeah, I want to bring up the plot. I mean, this is beautifully made, but plot lackluster.
Okay, I agree with that.
It's
Yeah,
like, hey, where's the story? Oh yeah, we forgot that part.
That was one of my issues, is that I really did not care for like any of these characters at all, really.
you
Like,
had no connection with them whatsoever. I mean,
yeah,
I didn't believe half these people were scientists to go down and do this mission.
that's a good point. They had this great idea, I think, with these creatures, and then they just quickly slapped together, like, all right, throw some people down there. Why are they down at the bottom of the earth, or bottom of the ocean? And
What is Earth?
yeah, and shit goes wrong. Like, I mean, that's it. So more creatures, and they're like walking on the ocean floor in their suits. Did you think that was like believable? Did you like those parts?
Yes. Short answer, yes. And the reason is, the way they filmed it, you weren't able to really see anything, and that was the perspective of the person out and about. Who, I mean, I feel like that's what deep sea would be like. Like, you walking around like that, you don't know what's around you, and that was the scary part about the movie, is you don't know.
There was some cool parts, but I wanted to see so much more. More creatures. I understand getting that aspect of it, like that you're in complete darkness, that like sun does not reach 7 miles down in the ocean. You know, like I do like that, but at the same time, the fact you like they're just watching like these people just walk in darkness was not that exciting for me. And I wanted more light. It actually, throughout this whole film, I think I wanted more light because I wanted to see the sea creatures. More creatures. I wanted to see what the bottom of the ocean looked like. I wanted to see what their gigantic structure looked like. And there were some cool scenes where you did get to see that and it looked amazing, but I wanted so much more.
Well, once they introduced the danger with the pressure difference, and that guy's suit just cracking.
Oh, that was crazy.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be the main thing driving the fear in there, but they really didn't focus on it too much. It happened, and it was like, hey, shock value. But then they really didn't go into it too much.
Yeah.
Until
And
a little bit later on, they brushed it, but not as much as they should have.
Yeah, like they initially they had to establish that, and that was so fast and instant that I actually had to rewind that, because like, what just happened? Because it was so quick. Rotten Tomatoes gave this 48% of critics enjoyed it, 60% of audience enjoyed it. Where do you guys stand on this?
I'm all aboard. Hey, dude, you got to watch this movie because of. Would you recommend it?
I would, at least once for a watch. I mean, just to see all the visuals, it's amazing.
I'm going to say no. Just because it didn't capture me the way I wanted it to. So maybe I had higher expectations, so that's why I did not like it as much. But I was almost a little bit bored, and because I always wanted more, I just felt disappointed at the end. So I don't want anyone else to feel my disappointment, so I'm saying no. I want a remake already. I want to remake the way that I want it. More creatures. I could list off like so many other like underwater movies. It's like The Abyss and
Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah, Deep Blue
Sphere.
Sea.
And Jaws.
Yes. All those. Go watch those. Hey, thanks everyone for watching. Make sure to check out our podcast, B Movies and Beyond, wherever you listen to podcasts. And make sure you subscribe to our channel and check out our other videos, wherever they are.
Bye.
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 More creatures.